One engineer changed the future of American performance forever, and most drivers have never heard his name. Without him, the Corvette might not exist today. His name was Zora Arkus-Duntov, and his obsession with speed reshaped an entire industry. When Chevrolet introduced the Corvette in 1953, it looked revolutionary. Low stance, European-inspired curves, a bold vision of American performance. But beneath the surface, it was something very different. Instead of a powerful engine and racing pedigree, the first Corvette carried an inline-six borrowed from a family sedan. Paired with an automatic transmission, it struggled to deliver the excitement that its design really promised. Enthusiasts noticed immediately and sales were weak. And inside General Motors, serious discussions began about ending the Corvette program entirely. The dream of an American sports car was already close to dying. Across the Atlantic, a racing driver, engineer, and relentless perfectionist was watching closely. Zora Arkus-Duntov believed something different. He believed America could build a machine that could stand beside Ferrari, Jaguar, and Porsche. After reading about the Corvette's struggles, Zora wrote a detailed letter to Chevrolet's leadership. Not criticism, but a blueprint for transformation. More power, better engineering, and real racing credibility. That single letter opened the door to one of the most important careers in automotive history. When Zora joined Chevrolet in 1953, he entered a company divided. Some executives saw racing as dangerous publicity. Others doubted Americans even wanted a true sports car. Zora disagreed completely. He believed that performance wasn't optional, it was essential. Quietly, persistently, he pushed for a change. A lightweight, powerful V8 engine. A manual transmission for real driver control. Advanced engineering inspired by European racing. Progress was slow, resistance was constant, but Zora never stopped pushing. In 1955, the Corvette finally received a small block V8. Everything changed. Acceleration improved, sound transformed, enthusiasts began paying attention. Then, in 1957, came something even more radical: fuel injection. At a time when most American cars relied on carburetors, this technology pushed the Corvette into true high-performance territory. For the first time, it wasn't just stylish. It was fast, competitive, and real. Zora understood something many executives didn't. Performance is proven on the track. Even when corporate policies discouraged racing, he found ways to test, develop, and refine the Corvette under real performance conditions. Suspension tuning, braking improvements, aerodynamics. Each generation grew sharper, faster, and even more respected around the world. Slowly, the Corvette transformed from a fragile experiment into a legitimate performance icon. But Zora's greatest influence would not be measured in a single race or a single model year. It would live on in the philosophy of performance that shaped every Corvette to follow. Push harder, go faster, and never settle. Years after his passing, Chevrolet introduced a machine that carried his spirit and name, the ZR1, a quiet tribute to the engineer who refused to let the Corvette fail. When the first modern ZR1 arrived in 1989, it didn't just improve the Corvette, it shocked the performance world. At its heart was the LT5, a 32-valve dual overhead cam V8 developed alongside Lotus Engineering. Exotic in design, precise in execution, unmistakably different from the traditional American pushrod engines. It produced 375 horsepower at launch, later rising to 405 horsepower, with acceleration to 60 in just over 4 seconds, and top speeds beyond 170 miles per hour. For the first time, the Corvette wasn't simply competitive, it was world class. 2 decades later, the ZR1 name returned, and this time it aimed even higher. The C6 ZR1 introduced the supercharged LS9, a 6.2-liter V8 producing 638 horsepower. Carbon fiber body panels, magnetic ride suspension used in the Ferrari 599, track-focused aerodynamics, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, and a top speed near 205. This wasn't just a fast Corvette, this was the first American supercar. It was capable of challenging Ferrari and Lamborghini on equal ground. Then came the C7 ZR1, the ultimate evolution of the front-engine Corvette era. Beneath its hood, a supercharged LT5 V8 producing 755 horsepower, the most powerful production Corvette ever built at the time. Massive aerodynamic wings, track-dominating grip, relentless straight-line speed, offered with a manual, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, top speed beyond 210. It was the absolute limit of the traditional Corvette layout, a final thunderous statement before everything changed. The last of the fire-breathing front-engine V8s. With the arrival of the mid-engine C8 platform, the Corvette entered an entirely new era. Balance shifted, proportions transformed, performance expectations rose again, and at the very top of that evolution came a machine unlike any Corvette before it. Powered by a 1,064 horsepower flat-plane crank twin-turbocharged V8, the modern ZR1 represents the most extreme expression of Zora's philosophy ever placed into production. Exotic in architecture, relentless in acceleration, and engineered without compromise. This wasn't just a faster Corvette, but proof that the vision first fought for in the 1950s could still evolve 70 years later. And through every transformation in layout, technology, and speed, the meaning behind the ZR1 name has never changed. Relentless engineering, uncompromising performance, and the refusal to accept limits. The same philosophy that Zora Arkus-Duntov defended from the very beginning.